expectations. Of course, like I said, probably my standards were high. I thought it was going to be something out of the movie. So did you like drop money or just
you have that image of
you're like, yes,
you put demos. You went with don't they have like cribs where you exchange demos for smaller bills?
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah, they're there. But man,
he had money. He had money. I'm telling you.
How much money did you throw?
Line of work. It's like
how much money did you throw?
In total, I didn't spend a lot. I spent like 50
in ones.
No,
in ones, right?
In ones, 5 and 10s. I did
50.
Yeah, like 50.
So then that means 50 games quick, man.
That's the thing.
If you have it in ones and 5.
Yeah, that was game quick.
So you didn't they like shoot you like
man, you have to go with more change.
Giving us the same money.
Sometimes decide when you're going for wedding meetings.
No, the thing is, I think
actually, you know, you said what I wanted to say. Like that experience must have been like a wedding meeting here in Uganda. You walk in and they're like, hey, you're late, sir. You first pay for the chairman. You're like, so what? Then they fine you for being late.
You pull out when you don't have change.
But that's the thing. Before you even assured yourself, you know, you can even stumble in. Some guy tells you, oh, let's go, man, I'm going to see some babe. You walk in, it's a wedding meeting. Yeah. They'd be like,
cash that money.
Where were they could jam?
One of those first wedding meetings I went for, like as an adult, you're paying the dance from your pocket, man. You reach there. They first of all tell you, hey, thank you for coming, Shake the groom's hand, shake the bride's hand, 10K each. You sit down. Then they give you like book papers, you open, whatever dimes is there, you pay. Then some like before you actually get to the contributing thing, they have already found a way of milking
their games they play are not.
It's nice, but
it's only nice when it's collecting.
It's
only not when it's collecting. If it's with the groom or you're like close to the groom. But if you're just a distant friend or what, man, it's like you're being ripped off.
Just because you're late pledge and leave.
That's the thing, because the whole idea behind it is you going and pledging. So now this stuff of you go, before you pledge, they have taken 20K. Before you sit after, before you
how guys we just be like, my budget for my ninja's weddings is 100 bob or 150 or 200 whatever. Then you walk in and that and then they tell you, man, first bill. So the guy starts calculating it like, I'm now getting this guy 20K. So whatever I contribute, will be 20K less.
It affects. It affects how much you need, because it depends. Some wedding meetings, some guys don't take as much money from you. Like you go, you'll give 2K, 3K, but others, man, set the bar high. They say greeting is 10K, so you greet 1, 2, that's 20.
You go, you buy a pick of 5.
Yeah, those things. My pick of 5. So before you pledge, you've spent 50,000. So it affects how much you are going to give them initially. So you share, of course.
Okay, it's all the same technically. You're giving the dance, but there's that thing of man. I've given you my money. But if it's going in those things of chairman's basket and what, it's just a contribution. It's not yours. So the guy, you won't feel that you've given.
I feel an inch, man. Imagine you walked in, you had your candle, and you know how you plan your evenings. You're like, I'm going to go for this wedding meeting. Then after that, I'll pass by again, push like 3 pints.
Push is easy.
But now they're touching, you're pushing pint, you're pushing money. They're like, what? But you know that for me, it's just of late that I've understood the whole gist of wedding meetings isn't actually about you giving them money, but showing support. Because people,
you mean moral support? What?
Yeah. Whether moral, but financial, of course, is primary. But the support, you know, have you ever hired out a venue? You know, you hire out these venues. You don't just go to some place.
Yeah.
So some guys spend close to like 1 million
for that one time. Or like in the course of the wedding meeting.
Of the wedding meeting. For the venue of the wedding.
I'm saying for the rest of the wedding meeting in total.
Some places are tough, my friend. Some places are tough. I've seen like Katikati, you drop a good point there for every time you sit. And not point, I'm speaking about good money there, about 500 bob. Just hosting
For
guys.
every sitting.
For every sitting.
Yet you're going to buy drinks.
Yes. Don't jeer. This is what we're talking about. These are the things
I thought that was a rat.
These are the things you need to know now. When you're saying rats in my house, man, you're going to make guys think there are rats in here, man. So what happens is, you imagine you've paid that kind of money, you're expecting guys to come in and then just Royd and Jose come and they sit and look at you, man, and you have an agenda, you have stuff to, you know.
Man, if they
can be
give me 2 million each, me I would mind.
Fair enough, which is okay. It is okay.
It's okay.
But you see what I think is,
money.
you're investing in people and they're not returning the investment. There's no return on investment.
Yeah.
You get it?
They do it.
How am I body
Man, I came
With mob gas.
with my gas.
This guy
for a
was
sabbatical.
drinking like you should have said the sabbatical from that side where shit was right there. Like
Actually, he was just giving his liver a break. Like, he was just recuperating. Then, I guess so liquor.
But you know what, guys?
When we're at Benz, the guy started serving the liquor. Man, I already knew. I was like, today, I'm chilling out because, man, this liquor, when am I going to drink it? Irish whiskey, Scottish whiskey. Joseph poured a glass and he first looked at me, he's like, man, should they die? No, me, I'd already got my cup. I first one, man, I was dying. Like, I opened it, I first sniffed it from more fast. You know, when you've not taken something for a while, eh?
Let me tell you. That's the truth. I stopped drinking. I remember I said first December I'm done. It was like it wasn't forced. I just woke up and I'm like, it was a Sunday. I remember that evening I went for a meeting, company meeting. After the meeting, guys serve booze. I was like, I'm good. I saw dodge that bullet. Monday, Tuesday I had another meeting. Cafe, what's that place? Java House. Now me, I thought, because I'm not a Java House guy, I thought they don't sell booze because I'm used to Cafe Javas. They don't. We reach in there and then this guy meeting comes like, man, give me a Tusker Light.
It's actually shocking, I didn't know.
They dropped that Tusker Light on the table. When they opened it like this, that aroma, that scent, that hit me. You know, Tusker Light is a beer. I normally just be like, useless. I don't like. But that thing hit me. I looked at that bottle. You finished like 4 of them, and I was on tea. And you can't take tea for that long. Like, how are you going to keep drinking tea? That's water. It was just so confusing.
Now, at Timo's grad, my friend, I've never been that hydrated at a party. We came mob early. So, guys started drinking mob early. I was pushing my wallet. I got the first bottle, got the second one, got the third one, and third one before Timo had even canned his speech. And by the time we were outside there, I drank like 2.5 liters. I was reaching 3 liters of water. I do not drink that on a regular day.
You come out. So this hard man, this guy who's named after 1759, I have 2 in the fridge, man.
No, I'll be fine. I'll do
Yo, you're not drinking for real?
I'll do this. Eh?
You're not drinking?
I will. I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to make it what's this calling it now?
I can only drink for...
Oh shit, this is the only iPhone guy that actually has a different ring.
Caesar, I'm okay, I'm good. This guy has watched games with his daughter many times every time Leka will play, especially home games. He would be there with us, basically at the front. They're jazzing. Like he's explaining her stuff and man.
She actually played ball.
Yeah, she is a basketball. She was.
So, BBC made a mistake. They called Kobe LeBron.
Yeah, no. They put LeBron footage.
They put LeBron footage instead of
yeah.
That's a very big problem.
As in BBC.
Like all black people look the same type shit.
The truth is, unfortunately, we live in a world where I don't know. They look at us as subhumans.
Yo, though I feel that was kind of done on purpose.
I don't think so.
How is it a mistake?
So are you trying to say that the person in charge of that honestly can't tell LeBron and Kobe?
No. That's what I'm saying. They can if they did. They just decided.
No, but maybe they actually can't.
And then what? Then they apologize after that?
Guys,
Did they apologize?
Let's not be hypocritical. Let me give you guys an example, and I'm sorry to use the example. We have this thing that Chinese, or like Asians, look alike. It is very. It would be it would be considered an okay mistake if like a Ugandan is shooting footage of a Chinese gentleman and uses somebody else. No, and uses someone else and can't tell them apart.
Yo, but let's say it was Yao Ming and let's say some other guy. These are like the most famous athletes in the world. Yeah. And you're the sports channel.
Who's Yao Ming?
Okay, let's say. Okay, Jackie Chan and Jet Li.
Better.
Like you couldn't tell between Jackie Chan.
No, but I think the truth is, of course, those guys are racist. Those guys have. They haven't been against black people. That's the truth. They just have.
But
these are the most famous
footage. Let me. You would be surprised. You would be surprised.
I think the guys who shot that have just ask the question like I just did right now. Who's Yao Ming? The guys who may not know about this.
They may not.
Then what are you doing on BBC Sports?
No, but that's the point. That's the thing. That's the thing.
How do you have a job at BBC Sports if you don't know this guy?
The problem is the guy who got the footage and put it out there might not know who this guy is. The problem is the editor.
Yeah, but there's a producer.
The producer, whoever it is, the producer that okays that.
Honestly, that was. But it was like a stupid mistake because those guys always have archived footage of famous people.
I think it was.
And they
by the time
they have
like mixed
a folder like LeBron, Kobe,
yes,
like all of the comments.
In that regard, but you see, it might be a problem. Like they actually made the error unknowingly.
Anyway, honestly,
let's not defend them.
It may not have been just because it's black.
We are not defending them.
Yeah.
However, the truth is,
those guys made a mistake.
No, it may or may not have been a mistake. We don't know that for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Having interacted with a considerable number of those guys, they have this thing of
Hello.
Chinese over what?
yeah. So I was saying, and I know this happens to many of us. When you're watching a Chinese movie, and there are many villains and there are many good people, as that interaction, and unfortunately for them, most of them are prehistoric. They are ancient, so like their dressing is similar. They have black robes, white, as in you get.
Yeah.
So because of that, like we would mix up their identity. Okay, I would. It has happened to me, and it has happened to people I've been watching Chinese movies with. So,
why are you pointing?
I'm not saying that. I'm not justifying those BBC guys' reason for
telling true.
Not telling Kobe and
LeBron error.
As in, no, that
is not even a root.
That just shows you that they actually have disregard.
In my opinion,
yes, they have disregard. Maybe for the sport, but if it's someone at BBC Sport,
it's not for the sport.
Nigga.
It's for the.
Unless
it's for us, people of our kind.
I think we're just taking this thing way beyond.
You're taking it too serious.
It has happened. You know what I'm saying? Then, remember the time it happened when.
If they told you to pick out like 2 cricket guys.
I'm saying.
Okay, you watch cricket?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's say some non-black sport.
No,
I think you'd also be like.
No, the Prince.
You'd make the mistake.
And
it's just that if you're running a program on a TV like BBC, you don't have that room for error.
Prince,
like
the difference is, you see, like us, we're in search of like we watch white sports. We're in search of their, let me say, their information and their their
because
content.
of their influence.
But for them, they are not after our you get.
But you think they're
Listen,
not after
a
the
guy at
NBA.
BBC probably doesn't watch the NBA, but because it's his job, as in he has to report, man, it's a big story. I have to report, so he will say, okay, what happened? He'll get the information and report it, but he's not invested in it. But for us, we watch the Premier League, we watch the Liga.
Did they do a statement?
But it has happened before. Remember when Manu bought Lukaku and they put a picture of Stormzy? You remember?
But they don't even look alike.
Guys, Look how, as in, that's the,
You're the guys who do that shit.
Yo, those niggas look alike.
Who do that shit.
Those niggas look
it has happened.
Lukaku was stoned.
You know, for me, I'm listening to you guys speak, and I'm in amazement because it just goes back to how we've been washed comfortably so well. You see how passionately Jose speaks about how these guys are, they are all out against us. It's for me, I always go back. Look, these kids. When you look at we all did it. I was looking at the post. Rhinelands, they cancelled it out of the syllabus. I know about the Rhinelands in Germany. Like, I don't speak. I have no idea.
Why?
I know all that stuff. You know I know that because it was taught to me right from basically P1, nursery rhymes. There's no nursery rhyme in Ruchiga, in Runyankore, in Uganda. You get it? And the ones that are in Uganda are because we are perhaps in you get it? So someone who's also in Kabali will have, of course, the rhymes that are in...
To learn the ones in... Yeah, like the same way Baganda kids don't have to learn like shit from Western Uganda.
But now, incidentally, every local kid in Uganda that was in the LRA war that suffered doesn't know where Kabali is. I dare say, not perhaps that it's true, but they might tell you where Alaska is on the world map. You get it? For me, that is the for me that is the begin. Yes, that is the beginning of having such arguments whereby a guy can passionately speak for how BBC has failed to recognize. If you show BBC a picture of you and the late Kobe, and you ask them who's
Joseph, these niggas also look alike.
Yes, that's what I'm going toward. Definitely, they will be like, Jose Asilva is Kobe.
Jose is like a shorter, fatter.
You get it? Hey, they'll be like, when did the guy gain? No, they won't even know that the guy gained weight or something. It's just how much we care about people that do not really care about us. I can also tell you this. Even the guys we are talking about, like let me say Kobe, he himself, forgive me, may he so rest in peace. Let me not even talk about him. Let me talk about guys who are alive. LeBron,
yeah.
The guys may know. They don't know where Uganda is. They don't know. I've seen skits of like when they are asking guys on randomly. A guy is in the parking mall and is asking black people. I think it was done by some Nigerian
they do
guys who do it.
Yeah.
And then they're asking guys, okay, do you know where I think he is? And the guy's like, shit. Is that like in Wyoming? You know? You're like, what? You know? But you see, the thing is, it's not upon them to know that. Why would they know that when the guy has his own sense to get to know? You get it? You know? For me, that's what the issue is. That's what the problem is.
Shit, bro.
But man, for me, I still insist that it's a problem, as in having, well, I haven't really lived with them, but
you've been there.
You've lived with them, nigga.
You've seen their strip.
You've been there for at least 6 months.
There are things. The guy has touched their things and he's here saying he hasn't lived with them.
You've been to a strip club.
as in, the thing is, those guys, they have that, as in it's a problem that it cuts across. When I was living with my sister.
Yeah, but the British tend to know more than Americans.
At times I would walk the kids to the bus stop. Now I would meet people, whites, and they would greet me and ask me, "So how are the kids?" They actually thought I was my sister's husband.
Yeah.
Because sometimes he walks the kids. Other times I would do it. As in, they have no interest in what happens. You get. So
wait, like, what does your sister's husband look like compared to?
He's a Ugandan. He's from Uganda.
Compared to you?
He's pretty much the same in terms of structure and yeah. But still, that doesn't give them an excuse not to know someone that you see every day,
bro.
You see this guy every day, but you can't even tell him apart from someone who has just come here.
Just came, yeah.
So it's, as in, my point is, I'm not saying that we are right, we are right or wrong in knowing or not knowing what we should or shouldn't know. But those guys, they look at us as they have no regret, they have no interest in finding out, where we are from, what we do, and so when such things happen, if you run and won an Olympic medal,
That's when you get known.
He won't know you. He just has to report that some guy from Uganda has won an Olympic medal. As in, he's not interested, he's not, but it's a story. If he doesn't break the story, there's competition.
So for me, the question is, why are we so bad at ourselves? Why are we bad at them?
Because
are we actually bad at that?
It's not that we're bad at it.
Happened.
And you get to know about it and influence it. I've seen guys walk to work in Kobe jerseys.
What, as protest?
No, like
in
memory of him, you know.
Yeah, but let's say someone like Kobe, man, of course people leave like a mark.
No, wait, what's someone like Kobe? What does that mean?
I mean, let's say like an athlete of his stature. I'm not just saying because, like, see, this guy, okay, let's say someone like Thierry Henry died. It's not just a matter of, we're celebrating this nigga because he's...
He gave you moments to remember.
Yes, he gives you moments. Like, he's been part of very many people's childhood. Like, you had this nigga on your t-shirt.
Yes.
You play, like, every time you switched on the video game, you use Kobe. You understand? Like, you feel like, and you watch all his interviews, that shit. So you get to a point where you feel like you know this nigga. You understand? Like, who was it? I told you about the Robbie, you know AFTV, right? That's no fun TV.
That's no good, yeah.
I met Robbie in China. Yeah, like he came to the pre-season game in Shanghai. So I'm like, I see him is above and then I'm like, Robbie! Imagine. So I walk up to him and you realize like, oh shit, this is a grown man that you can't even have a conversation with. But because you've seen him a lot and a lot, you comment on his shit, you feel like you know this nigga. And that's what, like, let's say the internet has done to us. Like, you feel like you're so close to this person because you see him all the time on his Instagram, you see his kids, you've seen his kids grow up, and now when he dies, you feel like you lost someone in your life.
I don't understand that.
But
What?
Exactly.
Bro.
Like, honestly, the day it happened, I was reading late, so the news came up like at 2-3 a.m. I got the notification on the BBC. I read, I was like, man, this is a famous basketballer, but that was it.
But bro, because for you, you did not play the video game like the rest of us did.
So, okay,
yeah. I'm just giving you an example.
You may feel attached, but I do not understand why you would feel so attached to that.
Okay, it's
guy.
not like super attached.
He hasn't affected you personally. He hasn't.
He has though. He has. Like this nigga has been like you watch this nigga's like
How was he touched your life? Literally.
Let's say, have you watched his the interviews?
yeah, I've watched
Like
it.
this guy drops gems and you're like, man, I'm going to leave.
But Prnz, this is the first time I'm listening to you speak so passionately about Kobe.
No, I'm just saying generally, let's say if J. Cole died, God forbid. Or if Jay-Z died.
God forbid.
Yeah, you understand. Like, I'm just giving an example. Let's say I'm in the shoes of a kid. Now to me, like when Kobe died, it was kind of like, let's say some kid that was in school that was like 2 years ahead of you. Like you knew him and you're like, oh shit, that nigga died. So it just hits you like...
That's how you feel about Kobe?
Yeah.
Like he was ahead of you in school?
Like let's say if you were ahead of us in
kind of
school,
reaction to
yes, that reaction, like if someone that was ahead of us in school.
Actually, I agree with Prince.
And you're like, yo, life is short. Like, cause it feels like, I knew that nigga.
I was actually like, man, this guy's gone. But that was the end of my reaction. The guy has gone.
But bro,
I didn't feel like especially hurt. I didn't post a picture.
No, but
I talked about him to a few people whom I knew liked the music, but as in that was it.
But you see, I think there are also different variables that come into play when someone dies. One, how does the person die? Just at Bennington, he killed himself. So naturally, the people were hurt, but there was some element of disappointment. Whenever someone takes their life, we always have that disappointment. Kobe died in an accident.
That was very unexpected.
It was, first of all, it was very sudden. As in, he was very
this nigga
healthy,
just
he was
posted
young.
like 15
Exactly.
hours
Yeah, just
before I saw the post.
talking to people. You get it. It was very sudden. So part of the way in which he died, also like brings out even more emotion in people. Guys, people, I was watching Shaq giving an interview, and he was crying, as in,
Yeah.
he's like, this is the guy, as in, we have just been, you get it?
Yeah.
So even that plays a part. So it's not just about the attachment of, oh, I used him in NBA, or I used the Lakers, I was happy when he won in 2010, I don't know. So even how it happened, probably if he had been sick for a while, it may not have been as
heavy.
Okay, bro, let me ask you. If Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't know if you follow that nigga. Okay, you don't. That's the thing. It's not like there's someone
And
you follow
they
like
do,
that.
and they do follow him,
Bro.
but still no.
Let me tell you, for some guy, you know how guys are like the time difference thing, yeah? Like in countries. Bruh, we stayed up to watch Kobe's last game. And that's how important this nigga was. Like you're so invested in this guy's career, not necessarily the personal life.
You stayed up.
Yes. I watched this game like I watched him drop the 60 points. Like nigga, I'm like, yo, this is greatness. Cause you know, a day is going to come, this day is going to be great. And you have to be like, I saw that happen. You understand? Like that's how invested you are. Like let's say Cristiano, right? If Cristiano is like, cause we're very invested in his life, generally, the public. Or any other player. I know like guys don't feel like that just because they don't have that attachment. But everyone has that attachment to like a celebrity or like a sports person or someone. It's just that
I just don't understand that attachment you guys are referring to.
because you don't have it
People
to anyone.
I think they're quite different. That's the
Because me, I just see you playing Spotify. Well done. Play.
You follow the guy.
Yeah.
Nigga, first of all, you're not even on Instagram like that, bro.
Now you see, is Instagram the parameter now?
No, the thing is that what I'm saying is like no, listen.
You're not on Twitter either.
When,
No, I'm not.
bro, the thing is
I deactivated all those accounts. I was like, what am I doing on this? What am I doing here? Like honestly, you wake up one and you're like, really?
Keno, the
What
thing is
am I
that
doing?
what I'm saying about Instagram is that it will put this person's life in your face.
What?
You understand?
I understand.
Let's
what
say
you're
if I
doing,
follow
that
this
always,
nigga,
man.
like I always see him.
It's all coming down to the amount of exposure.
Yeah, it's like you feel like you've known this person. It's just like that. It's just like some other guy that was in school, really, to some level.
I saw an article today and it was being shot down in that regard. Someone who was talking about how, like, the generation today is exactly what you described actually. Like, if I posted what you just said in that group, they would be like, "You see what we are talking about?"
And they're like dismissive of it. What?
No. Everyone, of course, had their own sides to it, so it's not just dismissive. It's both pro and everyone has a side to it. So you're looking at how we are now so vested in our phones. Like you can have relationships with people who you've never actually seen,
That's
and they might just actually be 2 kilometers away from you. You've never seen them, but like when you're off your phone, you feel lonely, you feel annoyed. Like I have to be with my boyfriend, I have to be with my girlfriend. You get it? So there's that thing that what you said earlier on, the internet has done, that has brought people so close to one another and yet so far away. Yet so far away. Because now, when I see you speak so passionately about LeBron, I mean about Kobe, for me, I struggle to understand. I struggle to understand how I can even if I were on Instagram, I could follow someone. Let me
Okay,
follow.
I'm not saying it's only
I'm not-
Instagram.
Yes,
It's
I'm
a
not-
couple of
I'm just
things.
using it also
Yeah.
as an example. Just like following someone, not like this chick that has passed on. There was this chick who passed on the airplane, the major shot.
The UPDF thing?
UPDF major.
Yeah.
And then you see, like, let me say, I understand it in this regard when you speak that way. There are the people who are seen as heroes. You get it?
Yeah.
A young girl who sees that chick on TV flying a chopper will be inspired. Say, oh my God, I want to be that. And every parent who sees that and sees that daughter see that, and the chick say, I want to do that, to be like, yes, this is the right person to have around on TV for my children. You understand it? So it's not just using Instagram. So you're looking at an instance whereby these people actually influence you in that regard. Now my question is, how does LeBron inspire you now? You're the first man. First shorter version of Kobe Bryant. Yeah, exactly.
Yo, let me first tell you. Okay, this guy played for what? For 20 seasons?
Yeah, with
Right?
Lakers.
Well, that's like roughly 20 years,
Yeah,
right?
20 years.
In 20 years, a child that's, let's say, 5 years
Yeah.
becomes 25, right? And imagine, from the time he's 5, he's been watching this guy.
Yes.
Like every time he does something, he goes like, Kobe, and then he shoots, let's say, like for the trash, right? Stuff like that. Like for my case,
Your case, yes.
yeah. I did the Kobe thing in class,
I did that as well.
right? There's so many niggas like this.
Everyone is, when we're kids.
You did do that, bro?
Yeah. Kobe,
Michael.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wait,
no,
you say Jordan?
Jordan.
No, nigga, you're too young to say
Kobe.
Jordan. You're too young to have said Jordan. Unless you're old as fuck, bro.
That guy is old.
How old do you think I am, man? How old do you think I
Natural
am?
hair. Just married. See the ring on his eye. Just married.
Bro,
You can't just put hair on his
35.
head like Rooney.
Bro,
No, for me, honest, it's because I'm just out of touch.
Yeah.
with basketball.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
the
but
only
you see-
thing I knew Jordan, Magic, and that was it. Like,
and you just know them as Hall of Famers. You didn't even see them
You
play.
even knew this guy. Me, that throwing of a thing into a basket was.
What did you say? What did you say? What did you say? No, no, no,
Bullshit.
no, no, no,
Mukama,
no, no,
targets.
no, 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 no,
And
no.
then not even.
And listen,
Wait, and not even. You see what you guys are doing.
Unless you say,
The way you guys
unless
are
you
doing
have
it,
boys that
you're
sell
doing
it.
you're doing the basketball throw. It will just be. Whoosh. Target.
also you.
No, but anyway, I think so. I mean it anyway. I think it's personal. Really, it's personal.
I know it's personal, but I think I've.
But there's
You
many
guys
people
have
like
different
that.
views. Roy is not invested because for him he wasn't.
Yes,
Yeah.
he just
He didn't
wasn't
really-
invested in that
He's not a
particular
person,
human being. Yeah.
and Kobe wasn't the guy for him.
Okay.
Which I understand. For you, it's
He thinks
just
it's impossible.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. You're saying the internet has ruined this generation. Now they idolize people who are far. And maybe you have a point. Of course, I won't deny it. But
It has ruined Prince. It has ruined Prince.
What do you mean, nigga? It's like millions of people like
That's-
this. Come on, man.
But you're here.
The positive
Which
is-
millions of people do you know? You see what I'm saying? He knows millions of people who have been ruined by internet. Name 2 of them.
Me and him. So that's that.
Okay, you're saying, huh?
So,
yourself.
there's something you said about how people that like live near each other may not even have an intimate, like personal connection because of the internet. I can call you, we can Skype, yet you just
That's life.
a kilometer away. That's one of the things the internet has done. But the positive is, it can give you a connection with someone who is far away.
Far.
Yeah.
Prince studied in China.
We kept
But
in touch with them.
who as in,
Yes.
it's like he never left.
Yeah.
You get. So I think that is also a plus for technology.
Yes, exactly.
So I think it's 1-1, as in it's
Bro,
it's not entirely a bad thing. It's a good thing.
But you see, my thing is that connection now to a person that you would never come to think of it. You saw his illustration when he said he saw, is it Robbie?
Robbie,
Yeah,
Robbie.
Robbie.
He like he'd seen this
I
guy.
thought
you've
I
seen
felt
him,
like I knew
you've seen
him, yeah.
so you feel like you know him. Then when you're walking up to him, you're like, shit, what am I going to tell you?
Yeah, and
Like,
it was the
it's-
most
it's a
awkward
shock.
shit, bro.
Exactly. Now I can only imagine how that conversation goes.
We just talked about transfers because that's the time like Sanchez was going. Then I just kept quiet, and then second half started, and they just walked back to my
Imagine I
seat.
told the guy, can I buy you a beer?
Okay, yeah, but that's the thing.
It will change the dynamics. I'm just showing you how you're limited in your thought, because now when you get there you don't think of anything else
Yes.
except transfers.
Yeah,
or
because that's
Arsenal.
all you've seen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
you've
all-
only seen him in
so,
that
so
domain.
you see what,
Yeah.
there needs to be, and you see it limits what you have to offer, because you could have spoken about yourself. You never knew you may be shooting Arsenal video right now, but in your mind you were just, this guy might actually be putting me on camera and I'm shooting and I'm live, that kind of thing. I feel like, in as much as we've done this, you get it. We've been attached to these guys. I mean, we've been thrown into their spheres. When you actually, as you did, your example is the best for me. Like the way you did, that was the end of it. You realize it was just an artificial understanding between
Yeah.
the two of you. I mean,
Yeah,
between
true.
actually between you and his TV version, because when you met the person, it was
yeah,
it
it's
was
a
there
difference.
was nothing else.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get it? So
But Keno, now let me ask you.
yes, please.
I wish there was like some rugby player that you're attached to.
Now here's a killer. This is the
And
show.
if that nigga died, I want you to tell me you didn't feel shit.
No, you know, I guess like you said, it's personal. For me, I don't have that. I see these guys on TV, and I critique them. I upload them, and that is it. It's like if I meet you in person, I will not be talking to you in that regard of okay, I will, of course, to the start, it's the basis. I've met some of these guys, the Kenyans. They're the closest to the international stars we have at Legends. I've met them. You meet the guy, you see the guy. First of all, is more taller, and you're like, oh, you're too tall, and on TV you're totally something, and then as you continue interacting with them, it stops being just about he introduces you to his people, you get introduced, and it's not just that now. Now you start talking, so how do you find the game? You know, it becomes not just about him and how you're in awe of him, but now you want him to know who you are as well. And that's, for me, I think that's the most important.
Keno is a different person.
That
man.
kind of attachment is too
It's
artificial.
one-sided, yeah, it's
And it shouldn't warrant such a reaction.
such reactions from because this guys.
And-
But you can't decide how
He
you
will not
react when
feel-
someone dies.
He will not feel what you feel
it's
when
a
you
feel
go.
bad.
That's the thing. That's what I also think.
It's a feel.
That's what I also think. As in, it doesn't feel so real.
It's a
As in,
feel
you
bad.
only
Bro.
know the guy through
It's a free
the
word.
TV. Yeah.
Like,
I get
Yeah,
it.
but now
I'm
I'm happy
saying-
that I've also understood.
It's a- right,
I've understood
yeah. I'm
your
not saying
point.
people-
Your
But
but
point
it
as
happens.
well.
There's someone that you
Yeah.
don't know that you're
I
attached to.
understand
Trust
if
me.
you don't feel
You just that person just hasn't yet
Of
died.
course, you commiserate
Just
with
wait.
family, but it doesn't. I get.
Maybe some
But
ministry somewhere
you shouldn't
there.
say that. You know, it's wrong to have an official. Let people be. If someone had an attachment to the guy, it's okay. Let
Yo.
them be. If someone doesn't have any attachment, of course, you feel sorry for the family, for
It's not
the
just
sport,
yeah.
and that's it. It's also okay. As in, but I don't think it's right for you to say.
It's not.
I don't understand this guy's.
Yo, that
obsession.
nigga's like,
Why
no,
you
no,
obsessed?
inspiration.
I don't understand it. This
I
is a
don't
fictional
understand.
relationship. What? No, let the guy be. If
Fine. Let the guy be. But it's
No,
not. It's
no,
not.
but-
Anyway, we want to just understand, but honestly, like, but this is
I've
eye
understood, and
opening.
it's okay for you
This is eye
guys.
opening because now I understand. Maybe, but no, there's no one. But anyway, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah.
Bro, like when
The thing that comes closest is like when MJ died. Michael Jackson was a great, as in everyone knows what he did.
yeah.
As in it was. So I go
Wait,
to tell me that
Form 6, Form 5.
one form four.
No, why not just say?
Form 5.
Why not just
Form
say?
five.
Yeah, why
Form
not
5,
just
Form
say?
5, I remember.
So are you going to tell me that you don't understand people being sad? Man, MJ is dead. So no, guys.
The thing.
There are guys who listen to music. There are guys who dress like him. There are guys who dance like him. There are guys who
That guy influenced
exactly influence everyone.
True.
So that people who are genuinely hurt when
it happened, how did you feel?
when it happened,
Yeah.
I felt hurt.
Shock.
I felt hurt. I felt very hurt because, like I said, it was a sudden death. It's not like he had been chronically ill for a long. No, it was sudden.
What's the
So I was
the
like,
suddenness of the death or the
sudden
guy's
loss.
passing?
That is that's the thing. One of the things that
breaking
made me sad was that it was sudden. The second thing that made me sad was that, man, this guy, this is MJ, as in
But
he had much more to offer, as in terms of
what did the post-mortem say?
He OD.
yeah.
Earlier on you said the way someone passed and you've again stated it yourself.
But he did not whatever. He did not OD by himself.
He didn't do it on purpose.
He was killed by the doctor.
He did not do it on, as in that's the difference.
Okay.
He did not purposely end his life. Probably, maybe what he was doing wasn't. I don't know about the
Was
drugs.
abusing the drug.
Okay, maybe he was abusing the drug,
Was
but
it-
his intention was not to end his
I think
life.
Wasn't he asking
it
the
was
doctor to
morphine,
give him
right?
more?
Proper
It
four.
wasn't morphine.
What was it?
Proper four.
What does that do?
That's the difference.
It's a painkiller.
It's an anesthetic drug. It's a drug that they use to put you under
That's different.
for operations.
Okay.
So like, let me get this straight. So even the way someone passes on influences the way you feel about them.
It influences
Yes,
how you
come
react. Yeah.
Like let's say if you knew someone that's been on the sick bed for like, I don't know, for like 2 months and then they pass, it's not as bad. Yeah, it's like okay, yeah, because you knew they were in pain.
Suffering,
yeah. And then someone that's just left right
you've
now,
been
and then you
seeing,
hear that they had a, my bad. Like then you hear that they just had an accident at Zana. It's different. It hits you different. First of all, the shock of like how short life is.
Yeah.
And then then the other thing of like, oh shit, I'm not going to see that nigga again.
Death is, for me, in my opinion, the same. However,
What?
it can be extremely different when it's someone I know. That's why, for me, the difference is someone I don't know. It will not really impact me so much. I'll just be like, hey man, sorry, life. That's how we all type. May he rest. Yeah, personally. You get it.
Okay.
May he rest in peace.
Keno, let me ask you. Let's say some kid at in Ngo that was like a Form 1. You really didn't know him like that. How different is he from like a celebrity?
Very different.
No,
Extremely different.
No. Wait.
Okay.
But you still didn't have the relationship?
No.
All you knew was that you knew about his life just the same way you know about this other guy's life.
No, of course not. Of course,
That's it.
The difference here is, you see, it's relatable because now here's the connection, here's the link. You get it, and it's not virtual. For me, that's the thing. It's not a virtual link.
But it's almost the same though. You never talked to this kid when he was in school.
No, you didn't say that before.
Yeah,
I was going to
I'm
tell
saying
you
like
I've
a Form
spoken-
1. No. Let's say a Form 1 like him, like, of course you're in S6, you don't even know him. You
Yes,
look at his
yes,
panty.
yes,
And then they
yes,
just go like,
yes,
yo,
yes.
you remember the light skin Form 1?
Yeah.
Right?
And then you
you're
can,
like,
if you
oh,
can,
so
if you
I
can,
remember the light
you know,
skin Form 1.
it's still,
And he died.
Prince. It doesn't change my argument. It will not hit you as much as if it were a Form 1 you knew, definitely.
Dexter,
You get it.
let us agree that it's okay for some people to be hit hard and others not to be hit as hard.
What Jesus said.
Yeah, because it's going to. It's going to go on and here.
Blocked you all in.
They're blocked, yeah?
Because they are
Colonizing
right now they're the
money.
leading tech company.
But,
Production of 5G.
Yeah, but
technology.
the UK gave them. You see,
Limited.
no, it gave them access to.
No, it's limited. They give them access, but it is not
Okay,
as much because they're not putting it in government buildings.
No, as in,
It's not going to be very widespread.
When are they supposed to launch anyway?
I don't know.
Explain to me.
Yeah,
I just
that's the
think
thing.
is-
I was
They were saying. Yeah.
I was watching some other YouTube channel, and they were saying that how can you do that? You're saying that they're bad, but you're letting them in.
Because
It's
they're the ones
like
with the shit.
the analogy they said it's like you're ordering a pizza, and the delivery guy is a murderer. Would you open the door for him? And what the Brits are doing is like just opening the door slightly,
Yeah,
but
now-
it still
that's the
carries
thing.
a risk.
If his foot is in, then
Because you see,
can
like
get-
America is totally against 12,
Yeah.
and the UK is letting them to do 5G in the UK, and people are saying that it could hurt like trade relations between them. You know, now the UK is pulling out.
You can EU actually.
Yeah,
Until now, it's
pulling
also-
out of
yes,
the EU.
it's pulled out. Yes.
Have they actually done the shift?
Yeah, they're moving out.
Eventually,
Because they keep
will.
talking that
Yeah.
shit, but
Yeah.
No, but it's a process. Even when they pull
It's a
out,
process.
it takes a while. Them getting
you
getting
wake
out
up.
of the EU doesn't mean that everything has. Yeah, it takes a while. There are deals they have to undo. There's agreements they have to undo. It takes a while. So that thing is going to have. Guys, I was watching a show on. I think it was on BBC. One of those shows on BBC, where the guy was saying this could hurt the trade relationship between America and the UK in the future, because one guy has said no, for you have said it, as in it's a big deal for you to like backtrack on your future trade partners.
Well, Jose, what's with 5G that people are so...
because it's fast.
5G is good.
Just
And
need
it's
to-
it's
to
fast,
watch,
it's
like,
reliable.
Explain a video.
Yeah.
5G,
It's going
the
to revolutionize.
best, and Huawei I think is one of the leading.
It
Promoter.
is. It's not one of the leading.
It's the leading promoter of 5G.
So the US is refusing
have-
them basically because they are not yet there.
Now, there's also
No,
that,
because
that economic implication. Because the
Facts.
US won the 4G race. And you see how they just dominated everything,
Yeah.
literally. If you want some 4G technology, you have to go through.
But isn't it
You have to go
ZTE that
through-
is doing that? That was doing 4G or telecom stuff.
Probably. But
Yeah.
Qualcomm was the one that was leading.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly. So now 5G, Huawei is leading.
Yeah, Huawei is the leader.
They have the tech, they have the
infrastructure, they have the
infrastructure.
And they have it
Everything.
for cheap.
And right now, USA doesn't have a viable option, like for mass production. So that trade war, one of those implications was that why they banned it, they were like, the Chinese guys are going to put a backdoor and start spying on
Of course,
us.
that was
So we
just-
can't allow that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though I would
That's
also
what
think
Trump was
that.
saying. Yeah.
But it's right though. Like you think the Chinese
They could-
bugged the
they
African
could,
Union House.
But
You
they
remember
could
that
do it,
shit?
They could do it, but
But to what extent?
you had to read.
I think
the
like
video,
what I
there
was
were
saying,
other implications.
Yeah, there was a larger
It wasn't
economic
straightforward.
implication.
It's more financial. It's more to do with the finances of the thing.
If China won, man, as in the amount of them, because everyone in the world would be using them and their infrastructure to what pimp up the technology.
But
Moving
technically,
from
they're
4G
going to
5G.
win, though. You think Africa is going to employ America for 5G
As in, it's
apparatus?
inevitable.
So you think
What US is
Because
doing,
China will give it to you cheaper.
US is just delaying that, but it's inevitable. I think in the long run, Huawei is going to be the leader in 5G in the world. What the US is doing, they're just making their lives hard. They're making their life hard, but ultimately, we shall all be using Huawei internet. That's what I think.
those who have shit? One example they were giving, like you can download a full season of what you want to watch in minutes, seconds, literally. Another example they were saying, man, a doctor can be on the other side of the world and perform surgery using robots if they're connected on 5G. It's supposed to change a lot of things.
So you're saying it wouldn't have that lag?
It's really, really reduced. Really.
Because like
Because
that
the-
latency, you're telling me this nigga can go like that and then the robot just... And it picks when he hasn't yet gone to the next decision.
That's the thing. It's supposed
Actually,
to.
watch
It's
the-
supposed to
watch the-
revolutionize a lot of tech.
I feel like that's all in theory.
Yeah, it's theoretical. Because the theoretical speeds are what, like 100 gigabytes download speeds.
Per second,
when
you
the,
mean?
yeah, gigabits. But then when I've watched MKPHD.
Yeah.
This video, like when you actually go to download it, it's not that fast. And then when more people get on,
You
the
mean he's got
infrastructure,
like a beta
it's going to
testing
be-
of it?
He
What
got-
is it?
he got-
Is
he
it
got
better
a-
the
he
fast?
got a
What do
Samsung
they call the
phone.
fast version of it?
What?
It's not beta testing. He got a Samsung phone, those 5G phones. He went to a city in the US that's already putting up the infrastructure, and he tried it out.
Okay.
Yeah, and it
So you're
works.
saying it's already there? Like, there's places that are...
they are bringing it. Not very many places, but it's there. It's happening.
But you see, when I was
Nigga.
there,
They have no idea.
there was
Like Keno.
Technology. They just be like,
there was an issue with AT&T. Apparently, I think to try and get ahead of the 5G race, they were falsifying information.
Yeah.
They were falsely
They
showing
were
that
showing 5G,
Exactly, yeah.
5G evolution.
in their products.
Wait,
You
like
see,
on the
like
phones?
even on the phones, like my thing changed to AT&T, and it would show 5G.
Really?
For real?
Yeah, it was showing 5G, but of course it wasn't 5G. They're just trying to.
symbols.
Yeah, they're just trying to.
They changed the symbol and guys became excited.
And how much did they have to pay?
And that's a lot of money.
No, they didn't really have to pay. Of course,
They
man,
had to pay.
it's yeah, man. When you take such a corporation into court,
You can't win.
Man, it's
Sure, you can
you have to think before taking a
sure it's an
yeah.
invitation to tweet.
But
You weren't supposed to.
activists were saying, yeah, AT&T, please stop misleading the public. Your internet is not 5G, so take it off like the screens. Distributor of content. But
Who are this?
AT&T. But there was a merger. They
By
bought,
distribution of content, what do you mean?
like, how can I say? AT&T bought, I keep forgetting the company they bought.
T-Mobile.
As a small
AT&T.
one.
No, they bought
Not the merger.
The merger.
The merger.
Yes, the merger.
It's shit.
What I know it was. It's a producer, one of the leading producers of content in America. Time Warner. Yes, AT&T. So what AT&T does, they would distribute the content. Now Time Warner produces, like they do films, they do,
Yeah.
so that was the difference.
Okay.
But now actually the government, the Department of Justice was trying to block that merger because it would effectively give them like a
It's
like a monopoly.
yeah.
They'll become the leader of content production and distribution in America.
So it's time for
So
competition.
for 2 years they were in court battling, but eventually they won. So the merger happened. But they're being given a run for their money by these mushrooming content producers.
Startups, mostly.
No startups.
Like
Like Netflix.
Netflix, yeah,
Yes,
Netflix.
exactly. Those that
Yeah.
are specifically online based.
yeah.
Yeah. So YouTube is also getting into that thing, man.
It's around there. YouTube
Okay.
originals. Cobra Kai. And that thing is fresh, man.
You watch it?
Cobra Kai.
Okay,
Shit.
man.
Wait, you pay for YouTube?
Because I remember watching Karate Kid as a kid. No. Yes, please.
You pay for YouTube?
Yes, I pay for YouTube. But as in, the thing is, I've watched it. And that show is actually nice.
Why are you laughing?
Because the way he said it, and then it was the camera, like, yeah. I had that too.
Confirmed case?
It's in Uganda. It's in Lweza. It's in Lweza. Wait.
I saw a story today and I died. There was a corona case apparent in Nigeria. And then when it came to like when they took the guy aside and were trying to treat him, it turned out it was a hangover. I died. I'm like, what? Guys, this guy was put aside and treated, isolated. That guy was just nursing a hangover.
But have you seen how those niggas fall? Have you seen how the patients fall? Like the victims?
But is that real? Like it's staged.
Yeah,
It's
it
staged.
didn't look real to me also.
Yeah, it looks
No. I've seen, like, my nigga actually sent me like a stories thingy. Yeah, and like it looked like.
How did you didn't share this with us?
Yeah?
Man.
No, because it was on Instagram and you're not on Instagram. Let me first get that.
But
cleared
Lweza
up on
Guns
you.
doesn't have. I mean,
You're not
Lweza
on
Next Gen is not on Instagram. Can you create a next?
Yo, the
next
nigga
gen
just said
for
like he
Instagram?
put it on his Instagram stories.
If someone is really sick and you're feeling dizzy, you've ever felt that?
Yeah.
So it's the same but to a greater extreme. So they first of all, they're really sick, they're dehydrated, they have the high fevers, they are not eating, they just fall. So that that
Have
video
you
you
seen-
sent, it actually, it can happen. So it looks
Have you seen
believable.
the video of like the first guy that they cured in China?
The first guy they cured in China.
Yeah, that got cured of the virus. It looks like
How did he get cured? There's no.
Hmm?
There's no.
it just came out recently. They've given the nigga flowers from the hospital.
They treat the symptoms, I think. Is it? Yeah.
So they've not treated the virus. They've treated the symptoms.
I'm not sure.
Don't
They
think.
could be antivirals that they use, but it's mostly just taking care of the symptoms.
Haven't you thought
I
about?
feel like that shit was
It's like
propaganda.
This
though.
might be good to go.
I feel like it was
reducing
propaganda.
population in China.
No,
I swear.
maybe it's man's way of reducing the population.
Oh, man's way itself.
Yo, I really feel like it's a bio thing. It was like, let's say, like a bio weapon. Was it there before? Musab?
No, the belief was
Coronavirus is a family of viruses. If you remember
Okay.
that whole kingdom.
Okay, if I remember, I don't even remember knowing what the
Okay. Okay, yeah, so there have been other coronavirus virus
Did you know that?
outbreaks, but not as bad. Have you heard of SARS?
Yes,
It's a coronavirus. There's
Okay.
another one, MERS.
So what is this one called?
It doesn't have its own name right now. It's being called 2019 coronavirus. Something like that.
Probably it's from.
Also, corona is a collection of viruses. Huh?
Yeah.
So this name is not new to you guys.
It's a family.
That word.
No.
It's not like it's something that.
But it's,
That
okay,
means-
it's new to me mostly because I've never treated it.
Yes.
But you
Never
heard of
about
it. You heard
Yeah,
of
I've heard
the-
of
the-
it.
It's interesting. Family. Speaking
Kingdom, phylum.
Nigga, I
Genus, order.
cannot. You cannot ask me
I don't know.
anything.
Tell us.
And oh man,
They haven't did land.
they have. He's a form one.
Oscar bring that book of Introduction to Biology. Oscar bring it.
Have they land? I don't
I
know.
hated that shit. All that class shit,
From
bro.
kingdom, you go to phylum.
Phylum. Class.
Wait, come back and tell us.
Is it class?
Don't
Order.
beat
there,
me.
no shit.
Guys, don't beat me.
BRYANT is coming. That's been 3 days. Can go for like what?
He didn't see this coming. He's like, shit, these niggas here. So the traffic. Monday, is it?
But traffic this week has been a mess.
You wait for Monday.
Starting Sunday.
Yeah?
Starting Sunday.
Actually,
It's been
Sunday.
a
This
mess
is 10 days of this
whole
one.
time.
Speaking of it, on Sunday.
Sunday.
Man.
Sunday.
Let's have some shit to do.
Man, me, I was
So
just
now how
finding
we do a KFC plan then?
Finding enjoyment, eh?
How we do a KFC plan?
Wait, there's a KFC plan?
Hey, wait, we were talking about it.
He had going to pick the lights.
Hey.
Let me
You
first read
fuckers!
Relax, man, relax.
But I'm not going to be there for the most part of the day.
Wait.
Boom,
The
boom.
whole
Hey, you're
shit.
doing the pilot.
Yeah.
You finalized you got the guys, the cast, the art.
Yeah. I actually met the cast over when. I met them.
You guys were saying
The guys are good. The kids are
Where's the
stubborn.
promo? I don't
Man.
first give me that one. Show these guys something.
Let's see.
The guys, we've run out of light, so we have to
The thing is,
whatever.
shit, where's the promo, man?
It's a fuel.
Okay, so this was Lweza Take 1.
This was Lweza
Thanks
Take 1.
for
Thanks for
watching.
coming in to watch. Cut.
Nice.
No, thanks for watching. We took two. For that, we need to take